When I am done, and oh my soul so weary, when trouble comes and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up till I can stand on mountain. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up so more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountain. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. For I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. For I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. High praises to Yahuwah Elohim Most High. 7 days, as well as the 6 working days, has ended since the arrival of the new moon for the 10th biblical lunar month, Tibet 6008. And so Yah's Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon for the 10th month, Tibet 8, is here. And I also want to mention that 1 lunar year and 17 days since the setting of the sun has come since Grandmaster Jay's First and Second Amendment rights have been taken from him by this Rome system, which have always afflict, murder, and enslave Yah's Hebrew people. And this evening, I do want to give Yahuwah thanks and praise for the information which is now clear to us that Saturday is not his Sabbath, unless the new moon falls on Saturday on Rome's Gregorian calendar, like it is for the 10th biblical month of Tibet. And so this evening, as we can see, the weather, I'm not sure if I should say it's favorable, because we are in winter, so we should expect this kind of weather. But Yah, in his goodness, has allowed us to see the new moon on the evening of the 5th, as well as on the evening of the 6th. It is not visible right now, but it is Yah's Sabbath. And so we are called to remember Yah's Sabbath day, to keep it holy. And it should not be a problem at this time, since the world has been keeping Saturday. Since the world have been keeping Rome's fixed Saturday Sabbath. So it should not be anything big today or this evening, for it is normal for this world to worship on Saturday. So let us remember Yah's Sabbath and let us keep it holy. As I am saying that the moon is not visible because of the weather, and it is like sprinkling a bit, but it's your Sabbath. And I just want to draw our attention to the importance of the keeping of Yah's Sabbath. Yah's Sabbath is a sign between him and his people Israel. I have something I would like to read to us, if I can find it. The blessing Yah promised to Israel if they would keep his Sabbath day holy. It's somewhere in Jeremiah, and I'm gonna see if I can find it, because I don't plan to be long, because it is known, well, it should be known that it's your Sabbath, and it should be known by now that your Sabbath is determined by each new moon. And I noticed, well, it is clear that Rome has removed Yah's Sabbath from the phases of the moon and have placed their pagan holidays on Yah's Sabbath. It is clear. It is plain. And so I'm just going to read. It says, "Thus said Yahuwah unto me, go and stand in the gate of the children of my people, whereby the king of Judah come in, and by which, let's see, let's get it. Thus says Yahuwah unto me, go in the gate of the children of my people, whereby the king of Judah come in, and by which they go out, and in all the gates of Jerusalem, and say unto them, hear the word of Yahuwah, he king of Judah, and all Judah, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem that enter in these gates. Thus says Yahuwah, take heed to yourself, and bear no burden on the Sabbath day, nor bring it in by the gates of Jerusalem, neither carry forth any burden out of your houses on the Sabbath day, neither do any work, but hallow the Sabbath day as I command you. But hallow the Sabbath day as I command your fathers. But they obey not, neither incline their ear, but made their neck stiff, and that they might not hear, nor receive instruction. And it shall come to pass, if ye diligently hearken unto me, said Yahuwah, to bring in no burden through the gates of this city on the Sabbath day, but hallow the Sabbath day to do no work therein, then there shall enter into the gates of this city kings and princes sitting upon the throne of David, riding in chariots and on horses. Their princes, the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and this city shall remain forever. Yes, Yah says if Jerusalem and the people of Judah would cease to bring burdens through the gate on the Sabbath day and keep his Sabbath holy, then Jerusalem would remain forever. That is how important keeping and resting upon Yah's Sabbath is to Yahuwah. He says that the city of Jerusalem would remain forever, and they shall come from the cities of Judah and from the places about Jerusalem, and from the land of Benjamin, and from the plains, and from the mountains, and from the south, bringing burnt offerings and sacrifices and meat offerings and incense, and bringing sacrifices of praise unto the house of Yahuwah. But if he will not hearken unto me to hallow, where was I? Oh, girl. I missed it. I'll have to find it. Yes. Where was I? Okay. Thus said Yahweh. Oh, I think I was over here. Let me see. Okay. But if he will not hearken unto me to hallow the Sabbath day, and did not bear a burden, even entering the gates of Jerusalem on the Sabbath day, then I will kindle a fire in the gates thereof, and it shall devour the palaces of Jerusalem, and it shall not be quenched. Yes, that is the word of Yahuwah. Yahuwah told the prophet Jeremiah to go stand in the gates of Jerusalem and issue the warning to his people that they should carry no burdens through the gate on the Sabbath. And if they do as Yah is saying, kings on horses and chariots would enter Jerusalem, and Jerusalem would remain forever. But this commandment was broken, and Israel have been suffering from that time until today, because Yah's Sabbath has been forgotten. Israel's neck has become stiff, and so Yah caused our ancestors to be enslaved many times, and Jerusalem was burnt to the ground and stripped of all the holy things of Yah, and was taken to Babylon, where they were enslaved, and many perished in Jerusalem, just as YAHUSHA predicted that it would, when he says one stone would not be left upon another that should not be thrown down because of disobedience and rebellion. So we are a people who are rebellious. And as a result of that, we have been suffering today. And as the scripture says, we are left without shepherd, because the shepherd have taken us, led us people astray. But Yahuwah is now awakening us up, and let us be awakened, because we are a people chosen by Yah as his inheritance. And all it takes is for us to obey Yah and to ask for our sins to be forgiven and to return to obedience. And as I have discovered that Israel's, Yah's chosen people, has always gone through persecution and oppression by the system that governs the world. In the time of Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel and his brothers were pointed out as one who would not obey the king. And so Daniel was thrown in the fire, in the Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, were cast in the furnace, but Yah delivered them. Daniel was cast in the lion's den, but Yah delivered them. And so, as Paul rightly says, those who live righteously will suffer persecution. And at this time, our Hebrew king, Grandmaster J, is being confined, when I should say confined and restricted, because he dared to stand up. He dared to stand up for his Hebrew brothers and sisters who have been killed, who were being killed by this system on the street and in the roads. And just like how Yahusha was taken away by the Roman soldiers and brought before Pilate and Herod on false charges, so this is what Grandmaster J is undergoing at this time. But Yahuwah will deliver his people, and we know that Yahusha was arrested because, according to false witnesses, they said he said he would destroy the temple and build it back in 3 days. Just like how Grandmaster J said he was gonna burn down the city if Miss Taylor didn't get justice. And so the same thing that happened to Yahusha happened to his anointed servant, Grandmaster J. But these things are ordained by Yah to perfect his people and to cause his people to be strong and steadfast. I am recording the story of Yoshif, another Hebrew, who was lied on by the wife of Potiphar because she desired Yoshif so badly. And because Yoshif would not yield to her seduction. She lied on him, and oh, didn't YAHUSHA suffer in prison innocently? For years. I forget how many years. I need to go do some check-in. But YAHUSHA was in prison for years on a lying charges. So this is what the Canaanites do. They lied on Yah's Hebrews people and caused them to be afflicted by this system. But we saw that Yah delivered YAHUSHA because of the dream that the Pharaoh had, and only YAHUSHA was found who could answer or could interpret the dream. And so Yah does know how to deliver his people Israel. So let us not be afraid, because those who wait upon Yahuwah promised that he will renew their strength, and they shall mount up on wings of eagle. They shall walk and not be weary. They shall run and not faint. And so, just like Yah saw the affliction of his people Israel in Egypt and sent Moses to tell Pharaoh to let my people go, Pharaoh refused. And we know about the plagues that Yah poured out upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. And Yah was able to preserve his people Israel in Goshen. So our Elohim is alive. Our Elohim is all powerful. Our Elohim will deliver, and we have no fear. My prayer is that we will be strong, that we will be steadfast, unmovable. Let us not live as cowards and give in to the pressures of this system, because we feel that we will have to do without this if we do not yield. Yahuwah has promised that the bread and water of his people will be sure. And as I really don't have much time, but Yahuwah will stand up for his people. Yahuwah people doesn't have any reason to be fearful. It was Yahusha himself who says we should not fear those who can only kill this body, but we should fear him who can kill both body and soul in hellfire. So let us be true to Yah, and let us know for sure that Israel will be delivered, and Grandmaster J will be delivered. And like it is said, Israel will be unified, and there will be one fold and one shepherd, and there will be one king. I'm gonna see if I can find that as we draw to a close. It's Yah's Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon of the 10th biblical lunar month, Tibet 8, 6008. I'm looking for the word of Yahuwah, and I hope I won't run out of time. But Israel will be delivered. Oh, Here is Ezekiel telling us that the people of the land shall worship at the door of the gate before Yahuwah in the Sabbaths and in the new moons. Okay, that is just what it is saying. So I don't know how come the Greeks left that out, so that reading from Genesis 2 verse 1 to 3, we would believe that Saturday would be the Sabbath because it's on the seventh day. Yes, Yah will deliver his people. And I want to show us, because we should be thankful and joyful that Yah promised that we are going to be one nation. Okay. I'm sure I won't have enough time, but this is what it says. Yah said, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathens, whither they have gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. Yes, we'll be going back to our own land. And I will make them one nation in the land of the mountain of Israel. One king shall be king to them all, and they shall no more be two nations, neither shall there be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with idols, nor with destitute things, nor with the transgression, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places where they have sinned, and cleanse them, so they may be my people, and I will be their Elohim. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they shall have one shepherd. And they also shall walk in my judgment, and observe my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given to Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. So let me end before I am out of time. So this is Yah's Sabbath. Let us remember Yah's Sabbath to keep it holy. Let us be assured that Yah's people will be delivered. Let us be strong. Have a holy rest. The moon is not seen, but it is Yah's Sabbath. Let us worship him in the beauty of holiness. Let us give him